1960. When Francis Gary Powers' U-2 reconnaissance aircraft was brought down over the Soviet Union, the CIA learned a brutal lesson. Altitude alone wasn't enough. They needed speed. Lockheed's legendary engineer, Kelly Johnson, was given an impossible challenge. Design an aircraft that could fly at Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound at 85,000 feet altitude. At Mach 3, air friction heats the airframe to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt aluminum. Johnson needed a revolutionary material, titanium, but the world's largest supplier was the Soviet Union itself. The CIA created shell companies to secretly purchase Soviet titanium, which the Soviets unknowingly sold to build the very aircraft designed to photograph their most secret installations. December 22, 1964. The SR-71 Blackbird rolled out of the Skunk Works hangar. Test pilots called it the most beautiful aircraft ever built, and the most challenging to fly. On its first test flight, the Blackbird exceeded Mach 3. The sonic boom shattered windows across the California desert. America finally had its untouchable reconnaissance aircraft. The SR-71 leaked fuel on the ground, intentionally. The titanium panels were designed to seal only when heated to 600 degrees at supersonic speeds. Every mission began with a fuel trail. SR-71 pilots wore pressure suits identical to astronauts. At 85,000 feet altitude, a single seal failure could be fatal. The nearest possible landing after ejection? 50 miles away. March 1968, an SR-71 departed Okinawa on its first operational reconnaissance flight over Southeast Asia. Air defense networks across the region were tracking its approach and preparing a response. Radar tracking alert. Multiple surface-to-air defense systems had acquired the Blackbird. Interceptor vehicles were launching from sites across the monitored territory. Standard procedure: accelerate. The SR-71's defensive protocol was elegantly simple. When tracking signals were detected, pilots pushed the throttles forward and accelerated. The aircraft's speed was its only protection, and it was enough. At full military power, the SR-71 accelerated past Mach 3.2, over 2,200 miles per hour. The titanium skin temperature exceeded 600 degrees Fahrenheit. The pursuing interceptor vehicles, designed for slower targets, simply could not maintain pursuit. One by one, the interceptor vehicles exhausted their fuel and tumbled back through the atmosphere, unable to reach the Blackbird's altitude. The SR-71 continued its mission photography run, completely untouched. The Soviets deployed their fastest interceptor aircraft, the MiG-25 Foxbat, to catch the Blackbird. In dozens of attempts, they came close exactly once. Just once. The MiG-25's maximum ceiling was 78,000 feet, and only briefly. The SR-71 cruised comfortably at 85,000. Pilot Brian Schull tells the famous story. A civilian Cessna asked Los Angeles Center for their ground speed. 90 knots, came the reply. An F-18 pilot asked next and was told 450 knots. Then Brian keyed his microphone. Center, Aspen 20, requesting ground speed check. After a pause, the controller replied, Aspen 20, I'm showing you at 1982 knots. There was silence on the frequency. They had won. Over 24 years of operational service, more than 4,000 interceptor vehicles were deployed against SR-71 Blackbirds. Surface launched, air launched, from more than a dozen different nations. Not a single one ever succeeded. March 1990. The SR-71 completed its final operational mission. Budget reductions and advancing satellite technology ended the program. Pilots and ground crews openly wept as the last Blackbird landed. Today, SR-71 Blackbirds rest in museums around the world. Every single one survived its service. 0 operational losses. 4,000 interceptions attempted. 0 succeeded. The SR-71 retired completely undefeated, the untouchable aircraft that helped win the Cold War. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.